We are young, wild, and free. Let's begin HOTBEAT. Thursday's HOTBEAT on December 2nd, 2021. We have started with the song called Pets by Davichi. Hello to all of our HOTBEAT family. I'm the HOTBEAT's DJ Howon of W24, your one and only Hodi. Let's get started with Thursday's HOTBEAT for today. So, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the group called Davichi, the people who just sang, the two women who just sang that song. So Davichi, one of the singers, Haeri especially, when she was young, she used to watch the animation called Wedding Peach. Yeah. Wedding Peach, just to explain to all of our HOTBEAT fam, it's like, what do you call it? Kind of like a princess animation, Korean styled, I guess. I don't know exactly how I would compare it to other animations in like the States or wherever else. What could I compare it to? Kind of like Sailor Moon, I want to say, ish. It's like, yeah. Oh, anyways, let's talk about it. So in this animation, the main character are actually three. There's three angels, and and also there was this like kind of situation with Haeri that they said that they would come and pick them as one of their teammates, and she actually thought about that because this whole situation, I don't know if I can explain it to all of our HOTBEAT listeners because you might not know what the animation is about, but just like we're talking about like imagining stuff, things that might happen like in your mind. Let's talk about that. So have I ever thought about what would happen if the world or if the earth just like gets destroyed? I actually have imagined this before, but I think it was when I was a little kid, when I had lots of imaginations and lots of creativity in my mind. I would imagine like a meteor coming to the earth and like destroying everything, and we all disappearing into thin air, stuff like that. But not these days. I've never thought about that now. I think it's more realistic now. It's like you think about what you're gonna do when you get older, when you're in your old ages, how you're gonna go. How you wish you can go very peacefully, all that kind of stuff, right? But yeah. So I guess the question I got is, what would you do if tomorrow is the last day of the whole earth? What would you do today? I think I would stay with my family. Yeah, I would be with my loved ones. I would not leave their side. I would just be there the whole time. Talk it out, probably pray or something. I don't know. But yeah, that would be it. I wouldn't do something special. Yeah, I think there's a movie about this, but I found it very disturbing. I find out how literally human beings going crazy because they would, I wouldn't do that. Anyways, let's move on. We have a song to listen to, and I'll be back with Aivan for our Thursday segment, Stuck in the Middle, A or B. The song is Balance Game, What If I Had Been That Puma by Tomorrow by Together. Time to find out your choice between two answers to a difficult dilemma. Stuck in the middle, A or B. If the world came to an end, this superhero would save Earth with his smart brain. He's in the Mensa, guys. It is Aivan. Welcome back. Dun, 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 dun. With a big A on my chest.
Oh gosh.
I just imagined it. I would be so thin.
I would be in shock.
With those,
I would
pretty much revealing clothing.
I will not be your friend.
Hey, is that the end of our friendship?
The day you become a superhero?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I never become a superhero from now on. How was your week, Howon?
I was actually, it was good. It was
good?
Chill, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The weather is also getting quite chill.
True. In
Yes.
Korea, it suddenly became winter.
It did.
I don't know why, but yes.
In the blink of an eye.
In blink of an eye.
It really was. So, we got to kind of
Get warm.
Exactly. You don't want to catch cold or anything.
I don't like the winter.
I love winter.
I mean, I like the snow,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like the fact that it's cold. Yeah.
But at the end of cold,
there comes spring, so we gotta wait for that.
I love spring.
Uh-huh.
I wish spring was here
I
already.
love that transition phase between winter and spring. It's just so nice. You start smelling like grass and so on. It feels great.
Yes. So let me ask you, Ivan.
Yes.
As a superhero,
Okay.
what would you be doing if tomorrow was the last day on Earth?
It reminds me of a song. If the world is ending, you come over, right? Do you know the song?
I don't know.
It's by JP Sax.
Okay.
TMI.
TMI.
But
Good song recommendation.
yes. Last day, I think I would just walk around the neighborhood and spend time with family, get some coffee.
Yeah.
Just like
Natural day. Normal
exactly,
day,
just
right?
enjoy it. Ordinary
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
I think I would do that. What would you do?
As I was telling all of our happy listeners as well, same with me. I would just stay with my family, family members. I will be in my comfortable zone until the end. Yeah.
The last thing I would want to do is to spend time in car.
Oh, in the car.
Like some people would say, like I want to go see like this beautiful scenery somewhere.
Yeah.
But just the fact that I have to move there and waste time
Yeah.
in that transportation, I would not like that. I would just
Yeah.
like walk.
Walk.
Or just like stay home. I don't
Okay.
know. Spend time with family.
I like that. So, do you daydream or you like? Do you imagine things?
Yes,
often?
I
Oh, you
do. I really do a lot of
Okay.
times. Like, for instance, what if there's an earthquake? How am I going to escape from my house? Those kind of stuff. Or
Right.
let's say if there's like World War III. How am I going to get in contact with my parents in Canada?
Right.
Those kind of
right.
stuff. I always think of those.
Right. What is the most random thing you've ever imagined?
Random thing?
Yeah.
What random thing did I think about? Earthquake.
Earthquakes.
I honestly, because like, in Korea is kind of like a prevented area from, especially Seoul. Like we don't have earthquakes, but I sometimes just think to myself, what if there's like the first earthquake ever recorded in history in Seoul?
Right.
How would my house collapse, and how would I make sure me and Monet and my grandparents that live
Escape.
next door are not hurt?
I guess earthquakes for me is not much of an
Issue.
imagination because I lived in Peru for a long time. And Peru is a spot where there are a lot of earthquakes.
Ah, for real?
They call it tremors.
Uh-huh.
Because the magnitude from 3 to 5, you call them tremors. Then
Okay.
above that,
Those are
that's
minor
earthquakes.
ones, right?
Yeah. We have minor tremors a lot of the time. At least like 10 times a year.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's very common. It's very natural, and I even experienced an 8.0 earthquake before.
For real?
So, although it was 3 hours difference of like by car,
But you could still
but
feel
it was
right?
really close. No, it was really close.
Wow.
The epicenter was really close to
That must have
to
been
capital
terrifying.
city. But fun fact, Peru was built into that tremor.
Yes, yeah. You guys have that prevention system,
Yes,
right?
we do. The houses are very well built.
Exactly.
And remembering that time, yeah.
Because like thinking of it, like my house where I'm living in right now, I'm not really sure if it's preventable
Earthquake, yeah.
or
Resistant?
earthquake proof.
Yeah. Earthquake resistant.
Resistance. So that's why I have that imagination inside of me all the time.
Right. And I understand that.
Those kind of stuff. What about you? What's like the most randomest imagination that you've had recently? Can you come up with one?
Not recently.
Not recently.
Yeah, I don't imagine things recently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do.
You do.
Yeah. Well, I try. One of the things that the reason I can't go to bed is because I imagine things too much. I like not like random things and like fantasize about things. I think about more realistic things.
Okay. So you just have too many thoughts going on in
like,
your head.
What, like, for example, what did this guy meant? Like, for example, I'll be in bed today. I'll be like, what this Ivan meant by that? And then I'll start imagining the whole scenario about his day, about what he was thinking about, why he said that.
Okay.
I'm that kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the reason why I always turn on like a piano kind of instrumental before I go to
go. Okay, Howon, I'm gonna be very careful with what I say to you today.
No. I'm just saying that's just me. That's just me. You don't have to be careful about that. You can say whatever you want.
That's
my
funny.
problem.
But some people really do have tough time sleeping.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm very sensitive to minor noises, so I always turn on those like sleep music. Or for me personally, fire cracking sound, it really helps me a lot. So that's what I use all the time.
Yeah, I tried those, but I think a piano is the
Perfect
best
you?
for me. Yeah.
Wow, you're a musician down to the blood. Like you are a pure musician.
They say that if you turn on the piano, you keep listening to the melody. But I think the melody just suits me.
That happens to me. Like
Yeah.
when there's a music on, I tend to follow it. So I cannot sleep. So I need that like irregular sound. Wood cracking is perfect, guys.
I think you're more of a musician than I am.
No, not at all. I'm just I just study music. I'm just like, oh, so that was a progression from like C to E flat.
You see, I don't have that kind of thought. Yeah, I don't think that way. That's so tiring.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
All right, moving on with our Thursday segment, Stuck in the Middle, A or B. Ivan, please introduce the segment for us.
Yes, every week we give you a very difficult dilemma where you must make a tough choice. Then Hon and I will each pick a side and the loser will be determined by your messages. We give you the topic 1 week earlier and you pick one of the two given choices and let us know by sending in your messages. Whoever gets more messages, either Hon or I will win and the loser will have to do the punishment.
Right. So we actually might end up picking the same choice. And if the listener's majority's choice is not the same as our choice, then we both get a punishment.
Yes.
But if the listener's majority's choice is the same as our choice, then we both are exempted from the punishment. So, what is today's dilemma?
The dilemma for today, stuck in the middle, A or B? A or B? A or B?
A or B?
Is this. 빈님 music cue. Today's dilemma. Which of these two is the worst question to ask on a blind date? A. Asking about the other person's past relationships. Ooh, so your exes that we're talking about. Or B. Asking about the other person's salary or assets.
Oh, wow. I actually know.
If my blind date partner asked either of these questions, I would just stand up and walk out.
No, you have to give them a slap first.
Slap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we are in a situation where we have to choose either one of the two, right?
Yeah. I think, for me, one of them is okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be on the same side today then.
One, two,
Which, 1, 2, 3?
B.
There it is.
You never, ever, ever ask that.
Exactly. So
hold on.
Ivan, we picked
our
your choice. Knew it.
You never ask that question to a person who are you in a blind date.
Exactly.
Why does that even matter?
How much do you earn?
How much do you earn?
Can I see your car keys?
Can I see how much you earn? Can you show me your bank account?
Exactly. It's terrible.
Go
It's
die
so
on
terrible.
some trash place. I don't know.
Yeah, a trash place.
I don't know.
Howon's so aggressive today, guys. I don't know what he's gone through in the past, but I don't know. I think we have a lot to dig out of him today.
I think it's because kind of like my personal relationship what do you say? Criteria. I don't want to say criteria.
Criteria?
Criteria is a bad word. Values.
Values?
One of the things I think a lot about when it comes to relationships, not only with like your loved ones, I mean like your lovers. I'm talking about like family members, friends. Money doesn't matter. That's me. Money doesn't matter. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. If you're my friend, you're my friend. And I don't care if you're my family, member. If you don't earn money, that's fine. That's you. I'll earn the money.
Oh, wow.
You know,
charisma.
I'm that kind of person.
Okay, so you're more like if you love the person truly.
Yeah.
We could build on from scratch.
Yeah.
We just start from zero.
Why does it matter how much you earn? Who cares? If you're a beautiful person and you like that person, why does that matter?
Yeah, makes sense.
You're asking that question because you want to know if you're going to like this person because of their money or not, right? That is so sad.
For me, I'm on the same side as you, but with a different point of view. For me, it's more like the respect that person shows. I don't really care if they did a background check on me before meeting.
That's fine.
But saying it in front of my face.
Exactly.
How much do you earn, sir? Or like, what kind of car do you have? Or where do you live?
I would be like, excuse me?
The fact that they asked these questions in front, right at your face, it shows how much of a I don't want to say rude, but inappropriate
No, that
person
isn't. No,
that is.
that though. I think that's a perfect word. Rude.
Rude.
You're just rude.
Mm-hmm.
You're so in.
Insensitive?
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Childish.
I think we're on the same side on this one. For some reason, I feel a sense of anger burning inside of me
I
right
know.
now.
Seriously.
But yeah, that kind of happens.
Although A is also a little bit kind of rude for the first date.
Of course.
I get that.
Uh-huh.
I understand why that comes
Both sides are terrible.
are bad, but B is just you're not human.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And, I think past relationships could give our blind date partner a sense of who you are, right?
I think that's fine.
In terms of relationship.
Yeah.
But asking about your assets or money or income and so on, it's more like it's not about who you are, but what you have. So I think that is the reason I would go B.
I mean, also talking about your past relationships, although there are those people who don't like to talk about them, but if you want to talk about them and you want to get a sense of how that person has acted through that, I think that's fine. I would actually be really open about that. Yes, I used to be like this, but now I actually changed. I can say that.
So true.
Or back in that time, yes, I thought to myself I was really childish. But now that I think about it, it was fun. I can say like that.
So true.
Yeah.
True. I have a similar experience. Not really similar, but I have never really honestly gone out to a blind date yet. But I was introduced to this person via Messenger.
Okay.
And my friend was like, oh, you want to kind of like talk with her? So I was like, oh, sure. And we were talking. And she was like, oh, so can you pick me up here? And I was like, oh, I have no car. And she was like, ah. And then she was like, 그러면은 다음에 뭐 이렇게 해요. And then she just left. It was more like, she's just like, oh, so can you pick me up here? And I was like, oh, I don't have a car. And she was like, oh, ... And then she just left the room like that. And I was like, wow.
Can you give me the name of this girl?
And this was when I was a sophomore, I think.
I think I'm going to go and like hit her head in the back. Literally.
Yeah, so that was quite shocking at the time.
Why does it matter? I mean, okay. Yes. Let's move. I think I'm gonna get too aggressive today. Okay. So I think we should move on.
You're turning red.
I am. I think we should move on.
Yeah, sure. That's good. We need music. Cool down a bit.
We need music to cool down. But the title of the song is called Blind Date. It is by Vanilla Acoustic featuring Haze. This is Howon HOTBEAT's DJ, and you're listening to Stuck in the Middle, A or B, our Thursday segment with Aivan. We were talking about this dilemma.
Yes. Are you cooled down now? Did the music help? No. So this is the dilemma, guys.
Yes.
Which of these two is the worst question to ask on a blind date? A, asking about the other person's past relationships, or B, asking about the other person's salary or assets? And we are both going on B.
Let's find out what our choices, our listeners have chosen.
Yeah. Right? Fanny Gomez from Mexico says, holy.
Jodicito.
Jodicito y Ivancito. Oh my God, it's December. I love it. I think that at least for me, the worst is A.
Oh, really?
I feel that if you are thinking of building something new with someone, it does not matter where or what they lived before, their life before, of course, as long as everything is over. Although in Latin America, it is something very strange to talk about money with people. I want to ask you, in Korea, is it more normal to ask about salaries and those things on date or with your friends? I think that here in Latin America, it is very, very rare that we ask those things, and it's uncomfortable. But I think it is a little more normal in Korea, right? I feel that if you are in Latin America, the worst would be B. What's it like in Korea?
I think I don't want to be too, stereotypical or whatever it is. But realistically speaking, not that I don't I'm not insulting anyone here. But I think it's more natural for Koreans to ask about their salaries to each other. Especially if you're in a blind date.
Background check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they probably, I think Koreans think more that, asking about past relationships is a little bit more personal.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be. Could be. I think so too.
I
Come here to think of it, I think my Korean friends, I think they might actually choose A. First of all, because blind date, especially, I also don't want to kind of generalize it to all Koreans, but blind date in overall, it's more like matchmaking.
Right.
It is. It's like it's finding the partner,
the perfect partner for you.
Exactly, the perfect fit. So in that sense, assets and money is definitely a very important factor for matchmaking. So maybe that might be the reason why.
Yeah, I think I am still in my South American, American kind of like blood. Because I one of the things I really don't like about those blind dates is that inhumane kind of way of meeting each other. Usually in Korea and in Asian countries, we actually have a lot of like matchmaking.
We do.
But in overseas, there is no like matchmaking. I've never seen someone do matchmaking. Like literally,
It's more like
blind
dates.
dates is different. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You get to listen. You get introduced to someone and be like, oh, okay, sure, fine, I'll go meet that guy or girl and be like very comfortable. And you say, oh, hi, my name is not like you already know your names and be like, oh, hello, how are you?
I think matchmaking is more serious in the way that it kind of usually involves family.
And also like marriage.
Exactly. It has a specific purpose of being married in the end. So that might be the reason why such factors are much more valued for matchmaking. But me too. Same for North America.
I know.
We don't really talk about salaries and so on.
But I guess it also differs on like personal taste because, Fanny was saying that although in Latin America, B is the worst question, but she chose A.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So again, no right answers here.
Next answer, next message. We have Paulina from Finland saying, hello, Howon and Ivan. Both questions aren't good to ask. Of course they're not. But I choose B. Why would you ask that? It's a big no for me.
No.
Especially when you are on a blind date and meet the person for the first time. Your salaries and assets don't tell what kind of person you are.
So
it only
true.
tells you what kind of person the other one is.
Oh, well said. Well said. For real.
Burn. Yeah.
Well, we've never had such teamwork.
I
for
know.
a while.
This is like the first time. Like,
Exactly.
we both are like so like, angry right now.
So angry. But again, good point. It only tells you, I mean, for either questions, like your past relationships and your assets and so on, if you meet someone on a blind date, like figure things out gradually. Like you don't want to like just throw the question at them.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that good.
How much money do you earn? I don't like that question.
Who was so enthusiastic today?
I am.
Wow.
I am going to go find all those people and I'm going to go and literally mark them.
Howon, I love
stamp.
this version of you. I love this version of Howon.
I'm very docile. But
I know,
when it comes to
know.
things like this.
That's so fun. Moving on. Tessin from Bangladesh says, I choose A because past relationships tend to be painful and it gives the other person an impression that he or she is like this or like that or a bad person to the person who asked the question. Even I would feel bad if anyone asked me that question considering I never had a boyfriend. Asking a other person's salary or asset is less worse, but still worse as it hurts the person's image. Yet I would answer that question with a smile on my face because I'm not a greedy person.
This is another type of POV.
It is.
Yeah. So Tassin is a person who's not greedy, so she doesn't care about money. That's why she doesn't care about getting that question.
It's just like,
I get it.
How much do you earn? This much.
Yeah.
If you don't like, just leave.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
I get it. I understand.
I think that's really cool. It's bold.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you don't like me? I don't like you either. Bye.
All right, another message we have is from Lilith from United Kingdom saying, oh gosh, these are both bad questions to ask on a blind date. If I had to choose the worst one, I think I would pick B. I find this question very rude, even more so because it's a blind date.
Yes.
Asking about money at a first meeting gives the impression you are not interested in the person, but rather the money they have. Exactly. I don't believe it is appropriate to ask about the other person's salary or assets unless there is a special reason for it. Yeah.
Yes.
If there's like a special reason, I would understand. For example, you have a conversation and you're talking about your business and be like, oh, then how much money do you earn? You know, let me, you're like bragging about your like how much money you earn and be like, yes, I'm rich and all that stuff. And you'd be like, oh, so how much money do you earn? That kind of casual question, I think that's fine. But if it's not that, then no.
Of course not.
Okay, so
point.
Lilith was saying, of course, the person might bring it up themselves, and that's fine, exactly as I was saying.
Yes.
But financial matters should only be discussed by people actually in a relationship, not before getting into one.
So true.
So true.
So very true.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, guys, financial status between two romantic partners is important.
It is.
Because if one's earning so much and one's earning less, like once you go out on a date and once you start kind of gifting each other stuff, there could be a sense of misunderstanding that happens between the gap. So in that sense, it's important to kind of balance it out. But that should not be the definite factor that prevents you guys from going out when you guys love each other. So that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
On a blind date, when you're not really jumping into a relationship yet, that should not be the definite factor to why you guys should meet or not.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here.
Thank you.
So much anger. I feel heat in my face right now.
I know. Okay, last message.
Yes, Raul from Argentina says, Hola, hola, Juancito y Ivancito, happy battle day. For this week, it's a little bit easy for me, and my answer is B. Well, A is kind of problematic too.
Of course it is.
But the past is the past, and we don't have any regrets to have past relationship.
Right.
And if the person asks, it is not an issue to answer.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's so weird to ask about salary or how much money do you earn in a year. Gosh, come on. Why do you want to know that?
Exactly.
Our relationship will be based on the cold money and etc.
Oh my gosh.
That's why those kind of questions are a bit off to me. And I think this person is interested in my money and etc. So business relationship. Ha 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 ha. Happy week.
All right, so that was the last message we had. Another B. We'll see what other people thought about after listening to a song. The song is One of One by Shiny. This is Howon HOTBEAT's DJ, and you're listening to our Thursday segment with Ivan stuck in the middle, A or B. So we were talking about the dilemma, which of these two is the worst question to ask on a blind date? Number one was asking about the other person's past relationships.
Yes.
And number two was asking about the other person's salary or assets. We both chose B. We had some A's, we had some B's. We're going to go through more of these messages to see what is going to be the correct, well, actually the final choice.
Yes.
Among our listeners.
Good.
Next message.
Siska from Indonesia says, Hello, Howon and Ivan. Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Aigo. Haha, what a question. Both are bad questions to ask on a blind date. No bueno. I won't ask both for sure. But if me personally on the position who is being asked, I think I will be more okay to get a question about past relationships, since I have nothing to be ashamed of my past relationships, and not a hurt or bad story either. So I don't mind to share. But if asking about salary or assets, it's not polite in my opinion. We even didn't ask about this thing to our best friends, right?
Yeah.
So I think B is the worst one for me.
Definitely go with that one.
Yeah, same for me. Like past relationships, I mean, I would find it rude, of course, but I think I would understand why this person might be
asking me that question. Yeah.
But like, if they throw you a question like, "Oh, why did you break up with your latest girlfriend?" Like that would be very impolite.
Yeah.
But if asking about like, what was your dating style like,
or like how I mean, what would be the right correct question for this?
I mean, there's no correct questions, but if you had to make up one, it would be like, do you care a lot about those like significant days, like annual thing, like anniversaries?
Would you feel that it's rude to ask you how many partners
Girlfriends?
you've had?
I wouldn't like to answer it, of course, but it's better than money. It's better than asking about like your income.
I actually wouldn't care if they asked me
Would
that
you?
question. I'll be like, yeah, couple.
Couple.
Yeah.
Oh, couple would be
No,
the
no, no,
perfect
no, no,
answer.
no. I'm not gonna say the
term.
the amount of numbers here on HOTBEAT.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. But you could just give us like an like 7,
An estimate,
8,
whatever it is.
9.
But I mean, I wouldn't.
Give me the wink. 10,
Stop it.
11.
Calm down, calm down. I wouldn't say the exact. I mean, I would say the exact number, but not here. But I mean, like, yeah, I would answer very comfortably. Because I don't think it would matter.
So true. So
Why
true.
does it matter? You know.
But I think a regular person on average would not ask any of these questions.
I know that's true.
They'll just be like, "What's your main interest? Do you like
Yeah.
movies? Do you like dancing?
Yeah.
Things like that."
Do you want to go with me dancing? You
No.
know?
Moving on.
Thanks. It's so cold. Nora from Guatemala says, Hola, Howon y Aivan. Con respecto al dilema de hoy, las dos preguntas son incómodas para la primera cita, pero me inclinaría a la pregunta A. So it's A for Nora. La impresión que daría la persona es inseguridad en sí mismo, y si de primera quiere saber las relaciones pasadas, creo que más adelante vendría la pregunta B. Inmediatamente perdería una impresión y no creo que hubiera otra cita. La verdad sería bastante incómodo. Okay, so Laura was saying A is the one that she would choose, although these two are pretty bad. And probably number 2 will be B, like on the list of the worst questions you can ask. She was asking this question: is Ivan your real name or your artistic name?
Oh, Ivan is my stage name.
Yeah.
Yeah, my real name is Johan Lee.
John.
John for some, Johan for friends,
Yes.
Ivan for my fan
Everyone.
Navios.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right.
asking.
So we had an A.
Yes,
Moving
we
on.
did. Mine from Turkey says, hello, dear Hon and Ivan. I choose A. For me, I don't have a problem and don't feel uncomfortable explaining my assets and salary to someone I first meet.
Interesting.
I think that this situation may be more disturbing to men than women.
Oh, that's true as well.
Good insight.
Yeah.
You know, some men may experience an inferiority complex if the woman earns more than he does. I find this situation a little ridiculous, but there are such men.
There are.
Anyway, so for me, B is okay, but A is really a bad question. Why would I reveal my private life to someone I just met for the first time? I think this is a rude and unnecessary question. Also, if I decided to sit in front of him right now, my past relationships don't matter. What he has experienced in the past is also none of my business. The important moment is now, and the important people are us, not other ones.
Huh. This is actually interesting.
Well written.
I actually, as I was reading, Minne's message, I kept thinking about the sitcom Friends. You know how like Friends, they go a lot on blind dates, right? They go a lot on like those like really impromptu like situations where they go ask their numbers,
Yes,
have a
yes,
cup of
yes.
coffee. And in that situation, they ask you like, oh yeah, so it's something really like casually. Oh yeah, so this happened. And, I broke up with my girlfriend or boyfriend. I'd be like, oh, so why was that? If it's that kind of question, I think that's fine.
Okay.
But no one would talk about their salaries in the first dates. Wouldn't they?
I think it really depends on the culture.
Really?
The cultural backgrounds. I bet some cultures, they would feel pretty much okay talking about your assets.
Yeah.
In some cultures,
yeah.
they really wouldn't mind talking about relationships. So at least for us, where we grew up, B.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
It's the worst question you can ever ask. Yeah.
So true. But again, talking about men and women, there could be those psychological things, but we cannot state it for a fact at this point. But good point, good insight.
Yeah. Okay. Last message. We have Angie Ko from Colombia saying, I think I would choose B.
Oh.
Because in my opinion, it's not good to ask someone you just met how much money they have, since it seems that you are only looking for an economic interest in the person. And asking about the ex-partner, it would also be rude, but I would suppose it is more understandable, since if you are on a date, you're looking for information about the love life of the other person.
Yeah,
Exactly as we're talking
yeah.
about. So, although I really could not tell you well because I have not had a blind date, Howon, have you gone on a blind date before?
Question. Have you?
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna say it didn't go well.
Dun, 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 dun.
First of all, because I'm a very shy person
Mm.
and I don't open up well
Mm-hmm.
to new people.
I don't think you're
So-
the blind date kind of person, to
Yeah.
be honest. You're more like a natural kind of
Yes.
자만추, 자연스러운 만남식으로, right?
Yeah.
Like meeting people naturally
Yeah.
and building friendship and...
Unless I like that person too much, then I start following her. So
Oh, now that's something that we can talk about sometime next time.
let's move on.
Yes.
So we have a polls here ready. Also, the messages we're going to see who's going to be the winner for today is either the listeners or us.
Yes.
Pida님's drum rolls, please. Which toys did the Hoppy family pick? B.
B. How many B's do we have?
We had 119 B's.
And 82 A's.
Yes.
We finally won. High five.
High five.
There it
Exempted
is.
from the punishments.
Yes, finally. It's been a while.
I know. We had actually a punishment saying Queen JJ from Korea saying whistle a song.
Whistle a song.
No whistling for today.
No whistle.
All right, so please tell us the next week's dilemma for Stuck in the Middle A or B.
Next week's dilemma is what if your friend gifted you a lottery ticket and it wins? A, you should give half of your winning to your friend. Or B, since the lottery ticket was a gift, you have no obligation to share the money with your friend. Make your choice between A and B and message us your choice and explanation. You can send in your message through Hotbeat's send message board on the Haeri Radio website, or you can just send a DM to Hotbeat's Instagram account, Hotbeat0409. But please make sure to write A or B in front of your stories.
Do you know your answer already?
I have to think about it.
Really?
I'll sleep on it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think I have to think about it.
I already know my choice.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow, you're such a yeah,
I already know my choice.
oil and water guy, as you said.
All right, we'll listen to actually a song as we say goodbye to Ivan. It is 사랑해봤자 Pointless by Ivan. I'll see you next week.
I will see you next week.
Goodbye. Now it is time for us to wrap up part 1. Moving on to part 2. Please stay tuned, Happy Fam. The last song we have is 가진다는 말은 좀 그렇지. There's No Way by 10cm.
Every step we're grooving, follow my beat, I'm with you. Heartbeat, heartbeat.
Welcome to the second hour of Hotbeat. I'm Hotbeat's DJ Howon of W24, your one and only Hodi. Now for part 2, we have our 3 daily segments. It is Ssup, TMI Quiz, Who Knows, and also That's the Reason. Stay tuned. We have 2 songs to listen to right now. It is, we have both songs. Electrified by Haseong-un and Daydream by Jessica. Hola, Ssup. Hello, everyone. Hi, how was your day today? What did you guys see, feel, eat, and talk about? Please, it is time to share your life stories with me, DJ Howon. So any story about your day is going to be great. Let us know how you spent the day, what you ate, who you met, etc., along with a brief introduction about yourself. So let's get started with today's Ola's Sub segment. Today's sub story is from Cherry from Korea. Cherry says, Hodi, hello. Something happened to me that really broke my heart. Oh no, what happened? I recently lost my Bluetooth earphones. Oh no! Wow. What frustrates me is that I don't even remember where I used them last. I know that is so stressful. Cherry says, I feel so sorry to my younger sister. The earphones were a gift from her that she bought with her first paycheck after getting her first job recently. I am such a dummy for losing them. I haven't even told her that I lost them yet. It would have been less frustrating if I had bought them myself. Yeah. those gift presents, especially if you lose them, it's always so bad because right next to you, they'll be like watching and be like, where are they? Where are they? Where's my gift? And be like, oh no, I lost it. Yeah, I've had that experience before too as well. Anyways, Cherry says, I feel sorry to my little sister and I am so upset. I wish the earphones had legs so that they could walk back to my house and ring the doorbell. That's a funny fact. But yeah, sorry about that, Cherry, but good luck. I hope you do find it. Although I do believe that it is almost impossible for you to find them out now because it's been quite a while, right? Since you lost them. Yeah, what happened to me recently? I think I remember losing something that was mine and be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I, finally found it. Right. Yeah. It wasn't a gift, but it was my laptop charger. It suddenly disappeared and I was like, where is it? Where is it? And I couldn't remember exactly where I used it last. I was trying to believe in my experience and believe my memory and be like, yeah, this is the last part where I found it. But I went there and it wasn't there. And then I realized where actually we found it. But it was that one of my members had it. They had taken it without asking me because they thought it was theirs. And I was like, you tricked me and be like, no, it was an accident. I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, that actually does happen. Last time, I had like a bracelet bought by my bandmates as well, but I lost that one as well. And they were like, where's the bracelet we bought you? And they were like, sorry, I lost it. Yeah. So many things to lose, especially I think when it comes to like accessories, you tend to lose them very easily. That happens to me with bracelets. I don't know why. Like, especially if they're not like bracelets that are really secure, I tend to just like be like, rah, 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 and then suddenly just fall off and be like, where is it? Where is it? I had so many things fall off when I was up on stages. And yeah, that happens, I think, to everyone, I guess. But you want to be careful with those presents, especially the gifts that people buy you or like people close to you who like buy you things and then you like, just lose them. It's just something heartbreaking sometimes. Yeah. I would be also very sad if my friend lost my gift, Alright, so I hope you do get to find. I'm still going to be having those hopes that you'll be able to find those Bluetooth earphones that you lost, Cherry, but mostly I'm going to say that the percentile of getting them back is like 20% to 80%, but still hoping that you'll find them, okay? 화이팅! I'll be sending you my selfie through the email as a gift. Very good. It is time to listen to a song and I'll be back to continue the TMI quiz. Who knows? The song right now is 다시 돌아와. Come Back Again by Infinite. From K-stars to K-culture, that's not the center of the world. We solve too much information quizzes that aren't too obvious. TMI quiz, who knows? Time to start our second daily segment, the TMI quiz. Hoppy fam, if you know the answer as we go through the quizzes, please leave us your messages through Hoppy's website, SEM message board, or DM our Instagram. ID is Hoppy0409. Remember, we only have one winner among those who all answer correctly. They're going to be winners from Monday through Sunday, total of 7 winners per week. You guys can check out the announcement board after Sunday's show ends to see who is the winner for today's TMI quiz, etc. for every single day. Okay? Very good. So, TMI quiz, who knows for today? Question. A series called 술꾼 도시 여자들 Work Later, Drink Now is currently very popular on an OTT platform in Korea. Starring Lee Sun-bin, Han Sun-hwa, and Jeong Eunji, the series portrays the everyday lives of three women for whom alcohol is everything. Yes. The series is the most popular in the history of the OTT platform, especially among viewers in their 20s or 30s who love, to drink. So today's quiz is about Jeong Eunji. Let's talk about Jeong Eunji from A-Pink. One of the actresses in the drama as well, right? Jeong Eunji once confessed to her crush by doing this. Okay, so we're getting a little bit personal talking about Jeong Eunji's love life here. What did she do as she confessed to her crush? Number one, she sang while playing the piano. Oh, I'm in love, tin, 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 tin. I don't know. And number two is she asked her friend to deliver a love letter to him instead of her doing it herself. Wow, kind of like a little love story from like high school, right? Okay, so what do you think the answer is, Happy Fam? She either sang while playing this piano for her crush, or number two, she asked her friend to deliver a love letter to him instead of her. What do you think the answer is, Happy Fam? If you know the answer, please send them in. Don't forget to write in quiz in front of your answers, okay? Alrighty, Roo. We'll be back with the answer very soon, but before that, we have a song to listen to as well as That's the Reason. So actually, stay tuned before you come back with the answer. Okay, so the song we have here is the OST for 술꾼 도시 여자들. It's 인생 한 잔, A Drink of Life by Jeong Eunji. Now, moving on to That's the Reason, it is time to listen to 3 songs based on a theme. Today's theme is actually this one. Songs by Kim Yuna, Korean figure skater, amazing jewel for Korea. Yes, she's actually an amazing singer, especially with this first song. When I first listened to her sing to this song, autumn꽃 Ice Flower by IU and Kim Yuna, I was so surprised. She can hit those high notes so perfectly. Yeah. And I've also seen her sing like 만약에, If by Taeyeon for the OST. So good. She's a very good singer. The second song is going to be Smile Boy. I also like this song. I remember when it came out and I listened to it a lot actually. The song is by Lee Seung-gi and Kim Yuna. Obviously you guys all know that I love Lee Seung-gi, so yeah. And the third song is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 by Hahyunwoo from Kukastan and Kim Yuna. Hope you guys enjoyed these 3 songs ready for you for That's the Reason. We'll talk about them more after we give them a listen. So, today's That's the Reason were songs by Korean figure skater Kim Yuna. We had listened to Autumn-Cold Ice Flower by IU and Kim Yuna, Smile Boy by Lee Seung-gi and Kim Yuna, and 3, 4, 5, 6 by Hahyunwoo, Kukastan, and Kim Yuna. Great songs. Especially that song called Autumn-Cold Ice Flower, this first song we listened to. This was released in 2011, the year that I came to Korea. It was the year that I listened to a lot of Korean K-pop songs after I came to Korea, got used to the Korean culture and all that stuff. So yeah, Kim Yuna and IU first met each other in a variety show where celebrities try out figure skating, and this song was made as a theme song for the show. Right, I remember that show. Yeah, a lot of like K-pop idols had gone into that show and started figure skating. I think Crystal from FX was also in that show. She was amazing. Yeah. IU was also there. I think other like people were also there, but still the one member that I really remember was Crystal, because she actually did those like really amazing stunts. So yeah. Okay. That first song we listened to was Autumn-Cold Ice Flower. I think she did a great job with the song, didn't she? Yeah, it was good. And the next song, Smile Boy by Lee Seung-gi and Kim Yuna. This was released the year before that. It was 2010. It was actually a cheer song for the Team Korea in 2010 World Cup South Africa. Right, yeah. I really like when Lee Seung-gi sings like rock songs. And Kim Yuna did also a good job interpreting this song well together with Lee Seung-gi, right? So the original song was from Lee Seung-gi's album. This was the reason why I loved the song before it, but he did a rock version cover together with Kim Yuna. So I think that was a great collaboration together. Another great song to listen to on those like World Cup or like 응원 song, I want to call it. What do you call it in English? Kind of like supporting cheerleading song. I think that's the best word that I can find. Cheerleading song? Yeah. Like it very much. Smile Boy! And the last song we listened to was 3456 by Haeri Kukasen and Kim Yuna. This was actually very recent. It was in 2019. This song was a B-side track from an album that was made to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the Provisional Government of Korea as well as the March 1st Independence Movement. Oh, no wonder the song was very like like a march. It was like, yes, we're gonna march today's whatever it is. It was just like, yeah, very strong and very like uplifting as well as courageous. I think that the word courageous is perfect for this song. But anyways, the album title 3456 symbolizes the trigrams of the flag of Korea. But I mean, that was a good song. No wonder Ha Hyun-woo was in this song, and Kim Yuna obviously featuring in this song together was also very good. She did an amazing song. I think she should be like a rock singer. With that song called Smile Boy, and now with this song 3456. I think she goes well with like really rocking sounds. Maybe she could feature in one of our songs too. We should make definitely a song of our own. Alright, anyways, that was today's That's the Reason. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll now listen to one more song before we come back with the TMI Quiz's answer. The song is 지킬게, Keeper by The Boys. Now it is time to reveal the answer for today's TMI quiz. Who knows? Okay, the question was talking about Jeong Eunji, one of the actresses for that drama 술꾼 도시 여자들, right? Jeong Eunji once confessed to her crush by doing this. What is it? Number one was she sang while playing the piano, and number two was she asked her friend to deliver a love letter to the guy. The answer was I'm in love, yeah. It was number one. She sang while playing the piano. Right, I don't know exactly. Oh, she once confessed to her crush by singing 사랑하기 때문에 Because I Love You by 유재하. Oh, while playing the piano in a live music cafe. Right. The crush cried and said, yeah, oh, that's so nice. Can't believe actually the crush cried and said yes. She says that when she first realized how fun throwing surprise events is this time. Nice. First of all, surprised that the guy started crying because of her singing. Obviously, she's an amazing singer. And if she was singing to that song, 사랑하기 때문에 Because I Love You. Guys, listen to us sing the song by 유재하. This is an amazing song. Very, very famous old singer. It's just really good. But yeah, that must have been quite nice to listen to. If I had like a girlfriend singing me to this song, very, very good, and playing the piano, I also will be very touched. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, probably not crying, but yeah. Anyways, that was the answer for today's TMI quiz, and now moving on to listening to two songs. We have the songs called Encore by Im Hyun-il and Swimming by Haebin. It is time to wrap up already. We'll say goodbye with the ending song 내가 종일 내려. You are raining all day long, or 네가 종일 내려. You are raining all day long by 이상순 with 선우정아. I am DJ Howon, your hoodie, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on HOTBEAT. Have a good day.